connection to the RG rape and murder case of Abhaya, a big development. The Supreme Court has refused to transfer the trial in the case from West Bengal to another state. No transfer of RG rape and murder case to the state. The Supreme Court hearing is over. The court has asked the CBI to file a new status report in 4 weeks. The top court has sought a report from the state on the NTF report in 3 weeks. That's the latest update that we are bringing you in connection to the RG rape and murder case of Abhaya. The hearing is over. The Supreme Court has said that the case will not be transferred from West Bengal to another state. In fact, the court has asked the CBI to file a new status report in 4 weeks and a report from the states on the NTF report in 3 weeks. Latest update coming in connection to the case. Let's tell you, viewers, that the Supreme Court was hearing the case in connection to the rape and murder of Abhaya, and according to the CBI charge sheet, one accused has been named. Only one accused, Sanjay Roy, has been named in connection to the case. Let's go across to Riyanka, who's joining us live on the story to give us more details. Riyanka, very good afternoon to you. Big development coming in the case. The Supreme Court has clearly denied the transfer of the case to another state. What reasons has the court mentioned for its ruling?
Well, that's right. There were several developments that had in fact come in today during the hearing of the RG case. Well, it was a short hearing that took place after postponement of 2 such hearing dates that were happening yesterday and day before. Now, today what we are seeing is that the one when there was a demand for shifting the trial from West Bengal to some other state, Supreme Court has given a denial on that. It has denied to transfer the trial of the accused in this case from West Bengal to another state. Now, the key focus of today's hearing were 2 things. Firstly, was the status report, the progress report, which was submitted by the Central Bureau of Investigation in this case, as well as the report of the state government regarding the recruitment process of civil volunteers. On the other hand, when it comes to all the reports that were submitted to the Supreme Court, yes, the Supreme Court has in fact taken note of all the details that have been submitted by the state as well as by the CBI in this case. The Supreme Court has in fact now gone ahead and asked the CBI to file a fresh status report in 4 weeks' time. Now, this when the Supreme Court comes out and says clearly that there is a trial that is going to be beginning from next week in this very case at the Calcutta High Court, and which is why the Supreme Court does not want to make any comments on this, and the CBI will have to file a fresh progress report in this case in the next 4 weeks. On the other hand, the Supreme Court has also mentioned that the state must also submit a report in terms of the NTF report that has been submitted, the recommendation by the National Task Force that has been submitted in 3 weeks' time. So several more details will be coming up in the 3 to 4 weeks from now, but as of today what we are seeing, the Supreme Court coming out and saying that the trial will not be transferring from West Bengal to any other state.
Right, Riyanka, a big development coming in. And, the fact that another, status report has been asked to file to the CBI. The Supreme Court has asked to have sought a report from the states on the NTF report as well within 3 weeks. Tell us more about what has been discovered up until now. What has been the progress of this investigation? Because we are seeing that almost every hearing that a status report is sought by the Supreme Court.
That's right. Today also there was an interim report that was submitted on behalf of the NTF, the recommendations that were submitted on behalf of the NTF, that in fact had recommendations for the prevention of violence against medical professionals and, creating of a safe place, measures that were taking in for creating of a safe workplace for these professionals. There was also a second recommendation which was mentioned in the report of the NTF, which says there were preventive measures made or against sexual violence against the medical professionals. And the Supreme Court had in fact taking note of these, have invited the lawyers who were a part of this to make some more recommendations, and also have asked the state to make a response on this very NTF report that has been given in 3 weeks' time. Now, on the other hand, we have seen it was the 6th progress report that the Supreme Court was taking in consideration by the Central Bureau of Investigation, and it has in fact gone ahead and said that it will not be commenting on the trial that is going to be beginning from next week.
All right, Riyanka, thank you so much for joining us with those details coming in from the Supreme Court on the RG Kaur rape case. Now, viewers, we shift our focus to Kashmir, where a massive ruckus broke out today.